Last night I was talking to a friend of mine. Now, I'm just going to say, straight up. I'm not in the business of putting my friend out there, so I'm not going to tell all of his business, but I'll tell you something that intrigued me. And he said that he's having trouble finding religion. And he said, I don't know what organization should I join. First of all, let's get this straight. We all know every organization, it has some type of agenda as far as like using a fear tactics for you to join that organization. But I'm woke. I'm woke. Something to hit you with something. I know exactly what organization everybody should join. That's how woke I am, and I'm finna give it to you in this one video. The one organization you should join. Think about it. Organization. It'll be organized, but organ. When you think of organization, you thinking a body of people. The word body. But this is you are an organ. You're a vessel. Inside of you, working together, is organized. The heart, the liver, the cells, your DNA, everything inside of you is the organ. So, whether you know it or not, you're actually leading an organization right now. You are the caterpillar. You are the head of the snake, and everything must soon follow you. You have to die. So, if you are in a position in your life where things are not going right, that means you're not leading your organization in the right way. We're too busy looking for a leader, but you're not listening to the one leader. If you take the time and just meditate, just look at yourself and say, what are we going to do today? How are we going to do this? We so busy, we're so afraid of this role we call life that we want somebody to get behind the wheel of our lives and do the driving for us. That's a sin within itself. You have to get behind the wheel of your life and control it. That's the organization you join. Self. That's what God is. There's not one religion that tells you to go inside yourself to find God, because that's where you're going to find God. Nowhere else, not in a church, not in a tabernacle, not in a kingdom hall, not in a mosque, none of these places. The only way you're going to truly find God is within yourself. Only thing you got to do is sit down, meditate, and listen. I tell you one thing, they'll never teach meditation in school. If we're in a corrupt system, I don't think they'll ever teach meditation in school. Because guess what? If you truly get children to meditate, and you make it a necessary curriculum in school that they do a 20-minute meditation every day, and a teacher walking around and making sure they got their eyes closed and they're listening to the God inside of them, watch how, I'm not going to say it's going to fix everything, but our world will become 10 times peaceful within the next generation. God is peace. But also, most people consider peace boring. God is boring to people. What organization should you join? Do you follow your heart? Do you let your heart lead your organization? Do you let your brain lead your organization? Do you let your consciousness, because a lot of people think conscious and brain is the same thing. That's an argument for another day. There is no organization that can save you. A lot of people, and that's why I keep telling people, I want people to be givers. If you keep giving, you will get something back. Regardless. The receivers eat better, but the givers sleep better at night. So, knowing this, But you got to be able to have something to give. So you got to put the kingdom first. I've said it in other videos. You got to put the kingdom. What is the kingdom? Your organization. You. This is the kingdom. Put the kingdom first. Which means you're not going to go out here and try to give up everything or give people things and you don't have shit to give. It's okay to give, but not to the point that you're neglecting the God in yourself. Man, we've come so far, man, as a people. But we got so much work to do. Take time. If you're confused, because by the time people wondering what organization should they join, they've already unplugged from a religion and they're thinking to themselves, like, where do I go from here? Is there not here? Life is pointless. But life is not pointless. You just a little turned around. You just finding answers and you're not thinking to yourself, wow, now where do I go from here? I've been there. I've been there where I was like, where do I go from here? I started going within myself and then I found answers. See, the thing is, there's only so much answers the physical can give you. Another physical vessel can give you. To the point of, you either gonna have to take what they say as face value, or you're gonna have to realize some things are just experience. And I can't give those experience to you. You gotta give those experience to yourself. Meditating, research. Because me as a woke person and somebody else that's still asleep, we can look at the same thing. I promise you. Me and my friend, we watch movies all the time. We watch movies all the time. And every time we watch a movie, they're seeing something and I'm seeing something totally different. They watch movies for the enjoyment. I'm looking for the messages that what it's trying to say. I'm looking for something different. And it don't even be that I be just trying to do it, but that's just the way my consciousness works now. What are you trying to say to me? I'm going to say this and then, I'm going to clock out. Prime example. Me and this person could be watching The Lion King. And consciously, they're looking at, anybody watch The Lion King, this is just for the people who've seen it before. We could be watching The Lion King. Isn't it cool? The African traditions in there, isn't it cool? That's what they're saying. What am I seeing though? Simba, father died. He thinks he's responsible. And this evil uncle told him not to take responsibility and run. He runs away from responsibility. He runs away from accountability. Even though he really didn't do anything wrong, he thinks he did. Because sometimes if you address it, you may find out you didn't do nothing wrong. But the consequences, he runs away. He finds these friends that says, don't worry about it. Life ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? When the world turns its back on you, he finds these two friends. And he said, you know what? This do make me feel better. So he grows up with these friends. Now he's a grown kid, no responsibility. So he's thinking that his life have no meaning until the woman of his dreams comes back into his life and makes him grow up. At first he rejects it though, but he's looking at it like, I'm not the king, he is. No responsibilities and it's great. And she's disgusted by that. No responsibilities. But he snaps on her and leaves. But at the same time, she planted a seed within him to make him think when he gets alone, then he go looking for answers. He stumbles upon somebody else who put water on that seed, which is the monkey. Then makes him connect to his father, which is the sunlight. that brews the flower, that grows the flower out of the soil. And now, no, it can't be a kid no more. I got a kingdom to lead. I have a kingdom to lead. So do you see exactly how that person is looking at something totally different than I'm looking at it? The whole reason why is because I am involved with my organization. Peter Pan. Good movie to some, right? Me, Neverland. This guy want to live in a land of make-believe. And he's in love with this imaginary Tinkerbell, which is his porn. He never wants to grow up. He doesn't want to accept his mortality. So I went in deep in this video. I'm going to continue to make videos every single time. I don't care who knows it. I don't care who stumble upon it, because I'm going to grow on my YouTube channel. I want to leave something behind for my children, my great-grandchildren, my great-great-great-grandchildren, your children, your children's children's children. Find these videos years after I'm gone. Hopefully I'm still around in my hundreds, because, you know, I want to be here. But if not, I'm leaving. I am being fruitful doing these videos. So with that being said, let the light in you shine so bright that it'll continue to illuminate the path for others to see it in themselves, and continue to embrace greatness and walk in positivity. And just know God is me, God is you, God is everyone, God is everything. So join the right organization.